In today's video, I'm going to show you how to paint a copper armor using the true metallic metal technique, following some simple steps. I'll be using the antique copper set from the true metallic metal range. As you can see, each set includes a small tutorial that will serve as a guide. The first thing I do is apply a layer of black primer. For the first step, I'm going to use the ancient copper base. As you can see, this range of metallic colors barely needs any dilution and covers very well in just 1 or 2 coats. I apply the shadows with the ancient copper shade. The shade is responsible for marking the shadowed areas in a very simple manner, thanks to its formulation, which allows the paint to flow with ease. If you need to reinforce the shadows, you can then apply a second layer of the wash only in the areas where it's truly needed, always making sure the previous coat has dried completely. Using the ancient copper airbrush, we correct minor wash stains and restore areas of the base color that may have become excessively dark. Thanks to its extremely fine pigment, this particular color proves to be of great assistance throughout this process, as it allows us to apply very precisely controlled layers. With the ancient copper light, we then begin to apply highlights along the edges. A trick to achieve a good definition is to use the flat part of the brush. We can also apply highlights to the most exposed areas very easily. To blend the color, we're using the airbrush ancient copper, a paint that, as you can see, is suitable for both airbrushing and brush application. To paint the other parts of the armor, I'm choosing the true metallic metal sterling silver set. In every single set, you will be able to find a comprehensive guide to help you with the painting process. I'll begin by painting the chainmail armor with the base sterling silver color. I'll then use this very same color to paint the sword of our miniature model. I will shade the base color with a sterling silver shade. Thanks to its unique formulation, it allows for the simple application of shadows without losing its metallic luster. The shade self-levels quite effectively and naturally, depositing itself into the deeper hollows. However, for a truly superior outcome, I would advise you to assist in spreading it with a brush into those specific zones. I am applying a dry brush technique to the chainmail armor with the light sterling silver paint. With a mix of sterling silver airbrush and light, I'm applying highlights to the sword and defining the edges. For the guard and the pommel of the sword, I choose the arcane gold base color. For the shadows, I'm going to use the arcane gold shade. I restore the base color and correct some areas with the arcane gold airbrush. To finish up, I apply the lights with the arcane gold light. And with this, we would have finished the armor and sword of our dwarf warrior. As you can see, thanks to the true metallic metal range and the BSL system, it's possible to achieve really excellent results in a very simple way. If you want to know how the shield was painted, you can see it on our social media. And I leave you a question: what would you like to see painted with the true metallic metal range?